A person's arteries can get clogged due to a buildup of plaques. The quickest way to remove blockages from your arteries are through prescription medications like aspirin or cholesterol-reducing drugs like statins, or in very serious cases, surgery is done to unclog blocked arteries. In today's video, I will share with you a homemade and organic recipe you can use to clear your body from plaques without being on any medications that has serious side effects and without having to go through surgery. Now, if that's something that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching. Hello lovelies, welcome and welcome back to Uzzielle TV. I hope you guys are doing great. Today's recipe requires a few potent ingredients you can always find at home. But before we dive into today's recipe, it is important that we understand factors that might be putting you at risk, like your lifestyle and diet. And also, in today's video, you're going to learn why I have chosen these ingredients and how it can literally save your life. Let's begin with the causes of blocked arteries. Plaque is simply a combination of fat, calcium, and cholesterol, and also waste from the cells in the body. All of this can stick up on the walls of the arteries, thereby making it harder for fresh blood to flow through the blood vessels, which puts a person at risk of heart attack or heart failure or even stroke. How can I be free from plaques? One may be asking. Well, the best and easiest way is to prevent plaques from building up in the first place. You've probably heard the saying that prevention is better than cure, right? This is very practical here because it is much more harder to clear the arteries than it is to prevent it. And to prevent it, here are just a few things you might consider doing. Number one is ditching fried foods, processed foods, cakes, pies, and pastries. You know, all of that sweet stuff, you just have to cut them off. The next is cutting off saturated fats, which are found mostly in beef, pork, dairy, coconut oil, and palm oil. Yes, I know this one hits home because as Africans, we use a lot of coconut oil and especially palm oil in cooking. And boy oh boy, did I tell you that those meals taste super amazing, finger licking and yummy. But at some point in life, we have to make the best decisions for ourselves. Times are changing now, and so we cannot continually eat like our forefathers did. You see, back in those days, they farmed and they were always active. These days, we pretty much live a sedentary lifestyle with little to no movements during the day. And so we must learn to make these changes for our own good. Alright, so let's get back to the topic. You can replace the saturated fats with unsaturated fats, mostly found in avocados, olives, walnuts, fatty fish like salmon and herring. Another prevention method is by exercising regularly for at least 30 minutes in a day, 5 days in a week minimum. Okay, when trying to choose exercises, opt for cardio activities that raises your heart rate like brisk walking, jogging, swimming, and aerobics, which is one of my absolute favorite exercises to indulge. Okay, let's just go ahead and prepare this recipe. You're going to need 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 2-inch turmeric, which you can substitute with 1 teaspoon dry turmeric if that's what you have at home. One teaspoon powdered cayenne pepper. One teaspoon black pepper. One tablespoon honey. Half of a lemon juice. Lastly, 8 to 10 ounces of distilled water. Its emphasis is on distilled water. our drink is ready. All you have to do is to make sure you consume this first thing in the morning before any meal of the day. Have this on an empty stomach for 7 to 14 days to see adequate changes. Here's the tricky part about high cholesterol and blocked arteries and all that. Most of the time you don't get symptoms from having a blocked artery or high cholesterol. That is why they are called silent killers. Okay, so one wouldn't know until you actually go do a blood test, which I think I have explained in a previous video, which is a lipid test which your doctor would ask you to do, and then they interpret those numbers for you. We have the HDL, we have the LDL, and we also have triglyceride numbers. Those numbers calculated would determine whether you need to be on a drug or not, or you just need to change your lifestyle. If you want to be confident on yourself, or you want to be confident in your health, I suggest once in a while, at least once in every 5 years, that you go do a lipid test so that you know what your numbers are. At least you are informed and you can start implementing these lifestyle changes. And if you do not have access to some of these tests, depending on where you are in the world, it is also important that once in a while you indulge in natural remedies like this, so that whether or not you have a high cholesterol, you are cleansing your body, you are detoxifying, and you're breaking down plaques that might be accumulating. Plaque building doesn't happen overnight. It accumulates over the years, and as we get older, these are some things you need to be concerned about. These are things you need to be checking on. And so it's important that we start now to take care of ourselves, start incorporating exercises, watching what you eat. Don't consume anything just for the sake of eating. You have to be aware of the things you eat, and once in a while indulge in natural remedies like this. This is a 7 to 14 days natural remedy, and so it doesn't cost anything, and at the same time you are taking care of yourself. Also, let me just use this opportunity to make a disclaimer here that you have to consult your doctor first if you're having serious health issues, and so you don't complicate things. Okay lovelies, I have other very interesting topics on this channel. Go ahead and check them out, and until I come your way next time folks, keep loving, keep serving, and keep staying positive. Bye for now.